Good evening, students. So in our previous class we have discussed about the various concept of square and square root, and we have just started exercise 3a. So in this lecture we will try to complete exercise 3a. So we were doing square root, right? We are doing question number 1. What was question number 1? Question number 1 was using prime factorization method, which of the following numbers are perfect squares? So we have done question number 1. Let us do question number 2. 576. So as I have discussed at first, we are going to factorize them, right? Let us factorize it. Right? So what do you have here? 576. For each double 2's will write 2 square, right? So 2 square for these two. Again, and for these two 3's we are going to write 3 square. Now see, each and every one of them is a perfect square. 2 square, 2 square, 2 square and 3 square. Each of them are perfect square. Why? Because we have found each of every of the terms whole square. So this is a perfect square. Since each terms a perfect square, therefore 576 will also be a perfect square. Therefore 576 is a perfect square, right? In a previous class I have already said that at least up to 30 you have to memorize the squares, okay? At least up to 30. So that you must keep in mind. Clear? So here also, if question asks, then we will convert it like this. What? I already said, if different numbers have the same powers, then numbers will multiply and power will go in the common power. That means here we will do 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 and common power will go there. So what do you have? 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 3 are 24. So we have 24 whole square. That means 576 is 24 whole square, which you already know if you have memorized till 30. Clear? Fine. Let us do one more. Let us do question number 6. Okay? What do you have here? 9075. Factorize it. Since the unit digit is 5, it will be divisible by 5. Again 5. Clear? Therefore 9075, what can we write? For 2 5, 5 square. For 2 11s we have 11 square, but 3 remain. Clear? Now since this is a perfect square, this is a perfect square, but here we could not find square, right? See, it is not a perfect square, therefore 9075 will also not be a perfect square. Okay? So therefore what we will write? Therefore 9075 is not a perfect square. Okay? Similarly, one more we can do from here. 1089, last one. 1089, 1089. Okay, so what can you do? Factorize. Clear? So therefore 1089, what can we write? 3 square into 11 square. So this we can write 3 into 11 whole square. So that means 33 whole square. I have done quite a bit extra, okay, because the next sums will be like this. So since 1089, each of them are perfect square, therefore 1089 will be a perfect square. Therefore 1089 is a perfect square. Clear, students? Okay, let us move on then. Let us do question number 2. See what question number 2 says. So that each of the following numbers is a perfect square. In each case, find the number whose square is the given number. As I was saying, from next question onwards, we have to do till this. Let us do question number 2. Suppose we are doing question number 2 ka 2, 2601. Let us do that. 2 ka 2. 2601. Okay, but this you could not do if you don't memorize square till 30, because here 289 will not be divisible by any number other than 17, because it is 17 square, okay, and 17 is a prime number. So therefore again repeatedly I am saying you need to memorize at least up to 30, okay. So here it is. Therefore 2601, what can we write? 3 square into 17 square. Now this I can write as 3 into 17 whole square, as I was already explained, using the formula a to the power m into a to the power, sorry, here b, a to the power m into b to the power m will be a into b whole to the power m. This is the formula. How to memorize this? Different numbers having same power, so the power will go to the common power and these numbers will be in product form, okay. So therefore that is exactly what I have done. 3 square into 17 square, so 3 into 17 whole square. So 3 into 17 becomes 51, 51 whole square, right? So what can you say? Therefore 2601 is 51 square. That is the question says, so each of the following is a perfect square. In each case, find the number whose square is the given number. Therefore you will write, you can write it like this, or you can write it like required number is equals to 51, comma, whose square is 2601. Clear, students? Okay, so let us do the next one, doing exactly like this. Suppose we are doing 2 ka 5, 8281. 8281. Okay, similar way, factorize. Okay, Let's see. $1187. We have to find which number it is divided with. Okay, so 17 it is not going. It's a tough number. Okay, so let us think. 1187. Oh, here it will be 3. Okay, that's why it is not going. It will be 3. Now let us see. I think it is going for with 7. Okay, now it is divided, right? 13. Clear? So this 169, you could not do it if you don't remember that it is 13 square. So therefore 8281, we have what? 7 square into 13 square. Therefore this we can write as 7 into 13 whole square. So this is 91 whole square. Then what we will write? Therefore required number is equals to 91, whose square is 8281. Clear? Okay, let us do the next one. Suppose we are doing 7056, 2 का 4, 7056, seven zero five six. So here also you need, because if you don't remember, okay, here I think it is divisible by 7. Yes, we can do it directly, or it is divisible by 7. Right, it is divisible by 2 then. It is divisible by 7 also. It's clear? Now 2 8s are, and 2 4s are, and 2 2s are. Clear? So you need to think. It will not come right away. Okay, you need to think what number it is dividing it. So 7056 will come as 3 square into 7 square into, for these 2 square and 2 square. So therefore this is 3 into 7 into 2 into 2 whole square, right? So 3 7s are 21, 21 2s are 42, 42 2s are 84. So 84 whole square. Therefore, required number is equals to 84. I hope it is clear, students. Okay, so let us do question number 3 then. Question number 3 read, by what least number should the given number be multiplied to get a perfect square number? Right? In each case, find the number whose square is the new number. So first step is always we need to factorize it. Let us do 3 ka 2 we are doing. Okay, so what is the number? 2156. 2156. So factorize at first. Okay, clear? Okay, so it is clear it is not a perfect square. Now 2156, what can we write? 2 square into 7 square into 11. Now read the question again. The question says, by what least number should the given number be multiplied? So whatever number is alone whose square we could not find, that is your answer. Therefore we need to, what is saying? What they say? Multiply. Therefore we need to multiply by whatever number is left, that is the required number. That means we should multiply this by 11. Clear? What least number should the given number be multiplied? So now if we multiply, therefore new number will be what? New number will be what? 2 square into 7 square into, now if I multiply by 11, this becomes 11 square, right? So that is 2 into 7 into 11 whole square. That means 154 whole square. Clear? So new number is what? 154 whole square. Now read the question. Find the number whose square is the new number. So we have found what? 154 whole square. New number is what? 154 whole square. Therefore required number is what? 154. 154 whole square becomes the new number. Therefore required number is equals to 154. Understood? Clear? So we will solve similarly the next one. Suppose we are doing the next one 3 ka 4, 2925. 2925. What we will do? We will do 2925. So let us do. Okay, so what we have therefore, 2925 is equals to 5 square into 3 square into 13. So this is the number left. Therefore required, therefore we should multiply by 13. Therefore we should multiply by 13. So if you multiply it by 13, the required number will be what? it will be multiplied by 13, right? Therefore new number will be multiplied by 13. So 5 square into 3 square into 13 square, that means what? 5 into 3 into 13 whole square, that means what? Clear? So what do you have here? 195. The new number is what? 195 whole square, right? Therefore required number is equals to 195. Okay, let us solve the next one. 7623. 7623, 3 का 6. Similar way we will do 7623. Therefore again 7623 will be 3 square into 11 square into 7. So this is the new number. Therefore we should multiply by 7. So new number will be what? New number will be 3 into 11 square into 7 square, that means 3 into 11 into 7 whole square, that means 231 whole square. So therefore this is the required number, therefore required number is equals to 231. So each and every sum is belongs to same process. This was question number 6. Okay, clear? So remaining sums will be solved exactly by similar method. Now let us do question number 4. Okay, see, question number 4 says, by what least number should the given number be divided to get a perfect square number? In each case find the number whose square is the new number. So similarly first we will factorize. Let us do 4 का 2. Suppose we are doing 4 का 2, right? 9075. So first step is factorization, like every sum. So 9075 you can write as 5 square into 11 square into 3. So whatever is the number left, we will divide by this number. Clear? We will divide by this number. So therefore we should divide by 3. Now if you divide by 3, this 3 will not be there, right? So new number will be what? New number will be 5 into 11 whole square, right? 5 square into 11 square means 5 into 11 whole square. That means what? 55 whole square. So this is the required number. Therefore required number is equals to 55. Clear, students? Okay, let us solve one more sum. Let us do the next one. 4 5 8 1. 4 5 8 1. Let us do the 3. 4 5 8 1. Similar way, we'll factorize first. So we have here 509. Let us check. Okay, so I think a 4. So 509, suppose if I divide by 13, here 509 will, 509 came na. Let us divide by 17. Some numbers will be there which will so it is not also going. 17, let us check by 19. 5, let us check if 509 is divisible by 19. Okay, 509, is it divisible by 19? 23. So what number we have? It's a different number. 4 5. Oh, the question was 4851. This was 4851. I was doing 4581. So it is 4851. That is why I've been checking why it is not coming. So 4851. Question is 4851. Okay. So let us see. Okay. It is not going. Okay. So it is divisible by 7. So now this is divisible by again 7. So what do you have here? 4851 is 3 square, 7 square into 11. So this number we should divide it by with. Therefore we should divide by 11. Okay. Therefore new number will be what? 3 into 7 whole square. That means 21 whole square. So this is the required number. Therefore required number is equals to 21. Okay. So we have solved 4. Let us do question number 5 and 6 and then we will conclude the class. Let us do question number 5. Okay. Question number 5 says find the largest number of 2 digits which is a perfect square. So this one is very easy. Largest number of two digits which is a perfect square, right? So we know 7 square becomes 49. Similarly, if we go 8 square becomes 64, then 9 square becomes 81, but 10 square becomes 100. So this becomes a 3-digit number. So what is the highest 2-digit number which is a perfect square? We have 81. So we'll write therefore 80. Therefore the highest highest 2-digit perfect square is 81. Clear? Similarly, next question is find the largest number of 3-digit which is a perfect square. Now this becomes tricky. It says largest number of 3 digits which is a perfect square. So at first, what is the largest number of 3-digit? 999, right? Largest number of 3-digit is 999. So now what we will do, we'll factorize 999. Since we don't know how to find square root using division method, so therefore we are not using division method. In the upcoming classes we will discuss how to find square root using division method, okay? But here, since we don't know, we are using factorization, okay? So at first we need to factorize this. So again, clear? So therefore we are not coming to any conclusion because we cannot move from there. Can I? It is divisible by 3 though. So let us do one more. Clear? So now 37. Okay? So now we cannot move from here. But see, this 37 we cannot use with any of them, right? So what we will do then? So at first we will make use of the division method which we are going to learn in our next chapter. So here we have to introduce this. How? See, 999, right? So we have to divide it into 2 portions. Clear? I am showing you beforehand. So here 999, so 1, and here 2 digit. So we are dividing it. See, since there are 3 digits, we are taking first digit and then 2 digits, right? We need to divide it like this. Now go close to 9. We know 3 square is 9. So 3 and 3 square you write here. Okay? So now we have to subtract. So 9 minus 9 becomes what? 0. Clear? So what we have here therefore? 99. Now here you will write whatever is here, double you will write here. So double means 3 into 2. So 3 into 2 becomes what? 6. Clear? Now we go close to 99. How? Whatever number we will write, suppose here I write 1. Therefore I have to multiply this by 1. Understood? If I write it here 2, then I will multiply 62 with 2. And but we need to go close to 99. So as you see, if I multiply, it is more than 99. So it cannot be used. Therefore we are using 61 1. Clear? So we have 61. So here we give 1 and it becomes 61. Now subtract again. Clear? Understood? So what is left here? 38. So if we subtract the given number, if we subtract 38 from the given number, then it will be a perfect square. Understood? So what we have done, first we have factorized, then we have seen we cannot proceed any further with this. So we need to make use of the division method. How to do? Here 3 digit, so we have to divide it by 1 and 2 digits. So take first digit, go close but using square. So 3 3s are 9. Now remainder 0, so we will not write. Now here you will give a line and here we will use the double of whatever you have written. Here 3, so 3's double is 6. Therefore we have written 6. Now we will write a number, any number if you write here. Suppose you write 62, so then you need to multiply by 2 and go close to 99. So it becomes more than 99, so we are not using it. Therefore we are using 61. Okay, so 61 into 1 becomes 61. If you subtract, this becomes 38. So the required number which will be a perfect square will be 999 minus 38. So you will write, therefore required number will be 999 minus 38. Okay. So what we have here? Clear? Okay, so I have just checked which square is this. It's actually 31 square. Understood? That is how we need to solve this one. So we don't require this, therefore we can eliminate this. This method we are going to learn in our next exercise. Okay, so I hope you have understood. So we have completed this class and we have completed exercise 2A. In the next class we'll start 2B. Thank you. Have a very nice day.